You're watching the news on Mirror now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines. Crime against women continues. In another shocking case, a 28-year-old woman brutally killed with a screwdriver at her residence in Colaba. Cops detain victim's husband for questioning. Sexual predator on the loose in Bengaluru. Auto driver calls himself a serial rapist, threatens to rape a passenger if she does not pay up. Accused still at large. Entrenching work on Mumbai's roads could extend into the monsoon. Pre-monsoon road repair work has also been halted. Now the big question is, how will Mumbai be rain ready on time? No leeway for contractors if they fail to meet the 31st of May deadline. BMC Commissioner Ajay Mehta tells Mirror now all contractors have been issued notices to complete road repair on time. Employees of a liquor shop in Haryana attacked one killed for denying discount to customers. Hazardous cargo at Tughlakabad's depot must go, says High Court, following the 6th of May gas leak that sent over 579 students to the hospital in Delhi. Straight up to our top story, there is just no end to crimes against women. 28-year-old Shweta Tandel, a resident of Colaba, was found murdered at her residence on Wednesday afternoon. Now, preliminary investigations revealed that the murderer killed Shweta with a screwdriver. The cops have detained Shweta's husband and 3 others for questioning. Richa Sharma, who's been following this case, gets us more details.
I'm currently standing in the Colaba area of Sundar Nagari, where a gruesome case of murder has come up of a 28-year-old woman, Shweta Tandel, who was in broad daylight murdered and assaulted in her own home. And in the visuals, as you can see, this was the place where the incident happened, and the neighbor was the first one to see her with a slit throat as well as a slit wrist, and she was lying there on the floor in a pool of blood. And it is to be noted that she used to live in this place with her husband, brother-in-law, as well as his friend. And so far the police is investigating the matter and trying to find out the reason and the motive of this murder. And it is also to be noted that the murder happened in broad daylight in her own home, and with a screwdriver she was attacked brutally in her neck as well as the wrist. And the police so far has detained and called in for questioning not just the husband, the brother-in-law, but also a few neighbors. And what is to be questioned here is that the safety of women is yet again come under question mark, because this has happened not in an open space, not in any other part of the city, but while the lady was living and doing her daily work in her own home, which has again made a question mark on the safety of women in our city and country. This is Richa Sharma for Mirror Now, Mumbai.
A 28 years old woman, Shweta Tandel, was murdered inside her residence at Colaba at South Mumbai. It's found on Wednesday during 8:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. When her husband was out, had gone for the work, and Colaba police station registered a CR number 60/2017 under 302 sections, and the investigation is going on. Her throat was slit with a sharp object, and again for this 302 we applied, and investigation is going on in this case.
मैं घर पे नहीं थी उस दिन। 12:30 को मैं बाहर से आई तो उनका हस्बैंड का फोन आया मेरा बेटा के ऊपर। वो बोले श्वेता दीदी फोन नहीं उठा रहे, वो किधर है? तो मेरा बेटा सीढ़ी के ऊपर जाके देखा तो बोला भैया कड़ी बंद है। तो कड़ी बंद होने के बाद वो नीचे आया तो बोला मम्मी ऊपर एसी चालू है, क्योंकि एसी का बिल तो हम लोग को भरना पड़ता है। तो इसके लिए मैं बोली ऊपर जब एसी चालू है तो फिर मैं आई, बाजू में गई तो शायद इधर बच्चे लोग के साथ गए, उधर नहीं गए। टॉयलेट गए होंगे, टॉयलेट बाहर है हम लोग के घर के अंदर है। तो टॉयलेट से आई उधर की 10 मिनट इधर रुकी तो वो नहीं आई। उसके बाद फिर मैं उनका हस्बैंड को रिटर्न कॉल किया। मैं बोला मयूर एसी चालू है, लाइट चालू है, पंखा चालू है, वो नहीं नहीं, मैं भाड़ेत्री हूँ। जिसका मकान मालिक है उनका मर्डर हो गया।
तो उसके बाद आपने
उनके बाद क्या किया, उनका हस्बैंड को फोन किया तो
किस हालत में आपने उनको देखा?
वो पूरा मतलब बाथरूम में थी। मैं बाथरूम में गई, पर्दा खोल के देखा, बाथरूम का लाइट ऑन नहीं था, पूरा ऐसा पड़ी हुई थी जैसा बर्तन धोने का पटला रहता है उसमें बैठ के पूरा गला कटा। मतलब तो अंधेरा था थोड़ा हल्का सा मौरे में, क्योंकि पूरा गला काटा जैसे लगा पूरा। बाद में तो पता चला स्क्रू ड्राइवर से उनको मारा हुआ।
Now, it's not just Mumbai. Another shocker from the city of Bengaluru. This time, an auto driver allegedly threatened to rape a woman passenger. The driver, who was allegedly drunk, told the woman that he's a serial rapist and she is his next victim. Auto driver then allegedly snatched her wallet and pushed her to the ground. However, before this, the horrified woman somehow managed to click the accused auto driver's pictures. Now, the 25-year-old victim boarded an auto in front of UB City on Monday evening. Shrija gets us more details.
I'm right now standing at the Raja Ram Mohan Roy of the Richmond Road Circle. It is at this very spot where a 25-year-old woman was threatened that she would be raped by an auto driver. We are given to understand by the Central DCP Chandragupta that this woman took an auto, boarded an auto on Monday at around 7:15 p.m. before UB City, and she had to leave for her house in Kormangla. In fact, when she reached right here off the Richmond Road, the auto driver in fact took a detour at this very junction, and he just stopped the auto a little further. As you can see, there are street lights here, but however, because of the trees, it is dimly lit. Also, there is a CCTV camera, a 360-degree CCTV camera. But clearly, we understand that the girl, the victim, in fact, understood the driver was in an inebriated state and demanded for more money from her, and also threatened her that saying, I quote, "I am a serial rapist and you are my next victim." The horrified lady, what she did was immediately the auto stopped, and then the driver snatched her purse away and pushed her to the ground. Before that, the victim managed to click pictures of the accused. Right now, we understand that the case has been registered at Cubbon Park Police Station under IPC Section 354 for outraging a modesty of a woman. Right now, the police are investigating the CCTV guards, and the investigation is on. In Bengaluru, Shrija for Mirror Now.
It's about what time you're traveling and how many people you're in contact with. I think it's always best to give your numbers to your known people and travel, be it in auto or normal taxi. Make sure that he takes you in, not in those lanes, but in the main area, and just, tell him that I want to go this way and not that way.
You should immediately call police, because we have smartphones right now and we can contact anybody at any time. We should definitely share the driver's contact with our near and dear ones.
In fact, when contacted, Chandragupta, the DCP of Central Bengaluru, said, and I quote, "Registered for robbery and molestation. Investigation is going on. FIR has been registered. Victim has handed over a blurred photo of the accused clicked on her phone. Now the auto driver is on the run. We will soon nab the accused. Case has been registered under IPC Section 354. Victim works in UB City. She was on her way home when the incident took place. We will crack down on all the auto drivers who do not display driver credentials." Now, like the DCP mentioned, auto drivers in Bengaluru have to display their name and details in the auto for their identification, a move that was made to make autos safer for commuters. Incidentally, when my colleague Shrija was outside UB City, she found out that autos still don't have their IDs displayed in their autos. Take a look.
I'm right now standing here in front of this one auto. As you can see, this particular auto does not have driver credentials at all. When we spoke to this particular driver, we clearly understand that he did not in fact put up the driver credentials, which clearly states the name of the driver, including the license plate of that particular vehicle. Now this becomes pretty unsafe for any of them. For this, as far as the safety of a woman is concerned, this particular auto is most of the time stationed stationed right in front of the UB city, and you in fact find a lot of women taking these kind of autos. Now this pretty driver not having a driver credentials put up in his auto becomes pretty unsafe for the women here in Bengaluru. In Bengaluru, Shrija for Mirror Now.
In fact, on this show, we're joined in by Ramalinga Reddy, Transport Minister of Karnataka, to give us the government's version. Mr. Reddy, my first question to you is, what are the security measures that are made so that women in Bengaluru feel safe?
First of all, the auto should be clean, and driver should wear a uniform, and then he must have permit in the auto, and driving license also he must keep always, and meter should be in working condition, and he should not smoke BD cigarette when passengers are there. And another thing is meter, per meter, what is the, per kilometer, what is the minimum fare, that should be disclosed. And finally, display card should be there. Police will give a card, display card. In that his photo and other details should be there.
Identification has to be displayed, but there is a regulation in Karnataka that every driver should display their license. What will you do if most auto drivers don't have that?
Traffic police will fine.
Okay.
They will fine.
But is there
what are all the regulations are there? If they don't follow, police will fine.
Also, Mr. Reddy, is there anything you're doing in on how auto drivers actually speak to commuters?
They should not speak. They should talk in slowly, and they must respect the passengers first. Give respect, take respect policy is there, no? Like that. They should not talk rudely.
Are you also planning to sensitize these auto drivers, Mr. Reddy?
Renewal FC time, our RTOs and inspectors, they will instruct these drivers, all these things.
Essentially, names, identification, etc. have to be displayed. That's something that we'll keep a close watch on. Thank you, Mr. Reddy, for joining us here on Mirror Now. Now, on the Urban Debate tonight, 8 p.m. with the editor of Mirror Now, Faye D'Souza, we discuss this horrifying incident. We ask the government, when will our cities become safe? On to news from Mumbai now. Will Mumbai roads be ready in time for monsoon, or will it be yet another season of traffic jams and bad roads? Mirror Now's relentless coverage has once again forced civic authorities to take note of the impending crisis. PMC Chief Ajay Mehta has issued a strict warning to all the contractors engaged in road repair work, saying that the 31st of May deadline will not be extended. However, Additional Civic Commissioner Sanjay Deshmukh has made it very clear that the civic body will not be able to complete all the trenching work on time. Remember, May 15th is the deadline for that. Let's go across to Disha Shah, who broke this exclusive.
Yes, absolutely. It is a big Mirror Now impact here. Stern action and strict action will be taken against contractors if they do not complete the pre-monsoon road repair work till 31st of May. That is the word coming in from the BMC Commissioner Ajay Mehta to Mirror Now. In fact, this is what we have been fighting for. We have been campaigning for almost a month now that the road repair work should be complete till 31st of May. And in fact, what he also told us is that BMC has slapped notices to all the contractors that they'll be heavily penalized. So, of course, we are looking at the situation right now on ground that almost more than 1,000 roads are dug up in the city, and the progress is also slow at this point in time. In fact, this is the fourth spot that I've visited since morning, and I'm here in South Mumbai near the Sessions Court, where one entire stretch of the road is dug up. This is the same spot where we had visited last week also, but today also no progress has been done. In fact, only 35% of the work is complete. for now. But of course, BMC is very stern. This time what they tell us is that inquiry will be taken against contractors post-monsoon if the work is not complete till 31st of May. This is Isha Shah for Mirror Now.
Now, like Disha was telling us, road repair work worth 1,700 crore rupees are still in the works. Now, major arterial roads in the city have been dug up. Over the last few days, we caught up with Mumbai Mayor Vishwanath Mahadeshwar, Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray and many others within the BMC who have assured us that work will be complete on time. And yet, Mirror Now investigations have once again revealed just how difficult that task is. Here's a report from the Eastern Expressway.
Yes, I'm standing here at the Eastern Express Highway between Sion and Ghatkopar, and as you can see, the situation is very horrible here. When we spoke to the local residents, what they tell us is that this particular stretch of the road, it has been dug up for the past 1 month and there has been no progress yet on ground. Of course, when we spoke to one or the two workers here, what they tell us is that the drain cleaning work is going on here because this is one of the area which gets inundated every year, flooded every year during monsoon, and residents have been facing a tough time. As you can see, you cannot see a single worker here working, and this has been a situation for the past 1 month now. Of course, we know for the fact that BMC is facing crisis in terms of contractors, in terms of workers, and also in terms of getting raw materials. But this situation has really troubled the citizens because they feel that it is yet going to be a season of bad potholes, flooding across the city, and also a bad season. This is Isha Shah for Mirror Now.
On to news from Delhi now. In a Mirror Now impact, the Delhi High Court has issued a directive saying no hazardous cargo should be allowed in the Tughlakabad container depot. Now, on the 6th of May, 579 students from a nearby school were admitted to a hospital after a gas leak occurred from the same container depot. Although all the students are safe now, the incident triggered concerns over the presence of a container depot in a residential area. Apurva Sridhar, who's been tracking this, gets us more details.
May 6th, the container depot there in Tughlakabad witnessed a lot of hue and cry after the chemical leak that happened there, and almost 500 students had to be admitted to nearby hospitals in Tughlakabad. What triggered after, as you rightly pointed out, were a series of questions being raised, and a lot of authorities being accountable to the questions raised by the public. Now, the latest that we're also hearing is that the Delhi High Court has ordered that no hazardous containers will be allowed inside the Tughlakabad depot. Also, we are hearing that today at 3 p.m. or 3:30 or so, the SDM, the show cause notice which was sent by the SDM, there is going to be a hearing based on that particular reply. We are hearing that there might be a reply from the Concor agencies as well. Also, in the past, we've seen how the NGT as well as the Delhi Pollution Control Committee has also issued show cause notices to Concor as well as ICD, asking them why the Tughlakabad depot should not be shifted from its current location to somewhere else, as it is very close to the residential area and the schools nearby. So the hearing, we are getting more information that the NGT is going to hear this matter on Monday at around 10:30, and only after hearing this matter will they take any more action against the authorities or direct steps to the authorities. So these are some of the latest news that we're getting as far as this entire Tughlakabad incident is concerned.
Also in the news, a shocking story coming from Ghaziabad. An RPS officer's father was shot dead in his own home. Police suspect his 27-year-old schizophrenic son, Anuj's hand in murder. Now, Anuj Tyagi is reportedly missing since the day of the murder. 65-year-old Ishwar Chand's body has been sent for an autopsy. Apurva gets us more details.
In a shocking incident, father of a Uttar Pradesh IPS cadre officer was shot dead inside his house in an upscale locality in Rajnagar area of Ghaziabad Sector 2. In fact, right now I'm standing outside the residence of the Tyagis where the incident took place, and the police have already registered a murder case against the younger brother of IPS officer Sanjeev Tyagi after the body was recovered. In fact, the accused, who's been identified as the younger son Anuj Tyagi, is absconding and no arrests have been made in this regard. In fact, the family had already actually reported the case and a FIR was launched in the Kavinagar police station. It was also said that Anuj Tyagi was getting treated for schizophrenia, and the police have also said that he had been earlier also arrested in cases related to possessing illegal arms but was out on bail. In Ghaziabad, this is Apurva Sridhar for Mirror Now.
थोड़ा सा गुस्सा था उनके अंदर, और ऐसा नहीं था कि फैमिली में किसी को डिस्टर्ब करें. कई बार झगड़े हो गए सी ब्लॉक मार्केट में, तो थोड़ा सा गुस्सेबाज तो थे ही. थोड़ा सा उनका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा था, मानसिक संतुलन उनका ठीक नहीं था. बीच में त्यागी जी वहाँ दिल्ली उनका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा था, तो त्यागी जी अपने प्रेम में उसको ले आते थे. यार वहाँ सब डांटते हैं, पीट देते हैं, दवाई नहीं खाता है तो कोई वहाँ मारते हैं, करंट लगाते हैं, ये है वो है करके तो घर ले आते थे.
देखिए, अभी इस बात पे क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि घटना में किसका इन्वॉल्वमेंट था. सभी एंगल हम लोग एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं. एक बार पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट हो जाए और जैसे हम इधर उधर से एकत्र करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं सूचना.
Moving on now, a spat over discounts on alcohol took an ugly turn in Haryana's Yamunanagar. A group of around 40 customers allegedly attacked hotel employees with sharp objects and killed one of them. Another employee is also critically injured in this incident. Police have now filed a case. Search for the accused continues.
कुछ अज्ञात लड़कों ने, जिनमें 30-35 के आसपास है संख्या, उन्होंने आकर इन पे हमला किया था. पुलिस जांच कर रही है. इनको जल्दी ही गिरफ्तार किया जाएगा और इनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई सख्त से सख्त की जाएगी.
Also on the show now, in Mumbai's Lower Parel, citizens say enough to unwalkable footpaths. Now, residents of Lower Parel and Worli have joined hands with the BMC, the civic body, to make the Tulsi Pipe Road pedestrian-friendly. Now, residents have pitched in for a budget of 6 lakh rupees. The 10-kilometer road stretch is known for its shopping malls, corporate offices and high-rises, but it is also known for its footpaths full of garbage, crooked paving and encroachments. Richa Sharma gets us more details.
I have with us a group of residents of the Worli and Lower Parel area of Mumbai who have come in collaboration with the BMC to actually make the Tulsi Pipe Road, popularly known as Tulsi Pipe Road, the Senapati Bapad Marg, into a model road for making it pedestrian friendly by themselves investing a sum of 6 lakh rupees to the BMC, and also the structural project and proposal that they have put forward to the BMC. Let's talk to them and know how exactly this project came into being and what are the efforts that they are putting in.
We first came into contact with Worli Residents Welfare Association 4-5 years back, and I have been incrementally working on improving the walking environment in the area. And then over the process of the past 1 year, things have taken a better shape. And so Worli Residents Welfare Association and Municipal Corporation, the local G South Ward Office, we've been working closely, and we've taken up 2 kilometers of the road right now between Kamala Mill and E. Moses Road. But the idea is to take up all the arterial roads in the neighborhood, equaling almost 10 kilometers of road space.
We have 12 to 15 societies here, plus some commercial establishments. The mall is our member, the hotel here is a member. And so we have got resources to at least do the whole planning stage and then give it to the BMC that this is a plan, this is a model, now you need to execute it.
As far as this project is concerned, we are trying to work out a strategic plan, which is like a micro level mobility plan for this stretch, maybe this triangular stretch. And we are trying to make it, the focus overall is pedestrian, how they can move smoothly, how they can move seamlessly.
Here there are now two type of people. One is the towers and one is the chawl. So in case if we don't try to enlighten them also, and in case we don't fund properly and we don't get the proper funds, we are not going to get the project done properly.
The half effort is done by the residents themselves, so I think our job becomes a little more easier to convey our message to the BMC and to the officials.
As you heard from the residents, activists as well as the architects of this project, they are stating that till now in what can be known as one of its kind initiative taken by the citizens, they are hopeful that with the help of the BMC and the authorities, they will be able to take forward this project even further until the implementation part of making this whole area of the Tulsi Pipe Road of Worli as well as Lower Parel into a pedestrian-free and pedestrian-friendly zone moving forward, and they are hopeful that BMC, like right now, how they are helping them out and being approachable. Even in the future, they will be as approachable when it comes to taking the initiative of the implementation of this project as well. This is Richa Sharma from Mirror Now, Mumbai.
Also in the news now, another incident points to the dismal condition of midday meals in the country. A dead snake was found in the food served to children in the government girls' secondary school in Faridabad. Though the students were informed immediately, a few of them already had eaten small portions of the meal. Now, reportedly, some students vomited after they had eaten the meal.
वो खिचड़ी बांटने शुरू करने लगे तो उसमें सांप का बच्चा था, बिल्कुल ही सामने पड़ा हुआ था। तो हमने तुरंत खाना बांटना रोक दिया और अपनी DWO मैडम को, DO मैडम को, अपने अधिकारियों को इसकी सूचना दी। फटाफट सारे तुरंत मौके पर पहुंच गए, पुलिस वाले भी आ गए, CID से भी आ गए सब लोग, और खाना जो है DO मैडम लेबॉर्ट्री में चेक के लिए ले गए। इसका फूड रिलीफ वालों को भी बुला लिया था, उन्होंने भी देखा और वो खाना चेकिंग के लिए चला गया। थैंक गॉड बच्चों को बांटा नहीं गया सभी को खाना।
That's a wrap on the news on Mirror Now. Stay with us.